If 15 years ago, I would have said this. So there's going to be this guy that comes into the NBA, right? He's going to essentially eliminate the center position. What is he, a wizard, a sorcerer? No, he's just a player. What do you mean eliminates it? There'll be no more back-to-the-baskets centers. Well, how? Well, I'll get to that in a second. He will change the math and geometry of the sport. I don't even understand what that means. What do you mean? Like a basket won't mean as much? Precisely. I'll get to that in a second. He will change college basketball and every gym in the country with every 13-year-old who now practices. And you'd be like, Game of Thrones, sorcerer, what is this? His name is Steph Curry. He's eliminated the back-to-the-basket center. He's made teams smaller as humans get bigger. He's changed the math of the sport. And oh, by the way, now, this is what basketball looks like at the college, high school, and AAU level. And I guarantee you by the beginning of next year, here's what you'll say. Yeah, Harden's better than Steph. Yeah, I'm more of a Westbrook guy. Really? I love Michael Jordan. Did he change the math? I love Magic Johnson. Did he eliminate centers? And by the way, if you want to see this meteor called Steph Curry, information over affirmation, he's on TV again tonight without the best player on the team, right? Are we sure KD's better than Steph? KD didn't eliminate centers. KD didn't change the math. KD didn't change gyms. Folks, we all know of the term called disruptors. Like the most famous is Uber's disrupted the taxi industry. For years and years, you get off an airport or you go somewhere in New York or L.A. or any city in America, you get taxi, and then Uber. Oh, it's going on my phone. And now the idea of getting in a taxi for a lot of people is like, well, why? I can just do an Uber. They go where I want to go. It's a cleaner car, blah, blah, blah. We also know that Netflix has done this to television, been a disruptor. Amazon's done this for retail. We've talked about this before, right? They're disruptors. Could I make the argument? And I'm not counting Jackie Robinson with social ramifications. I'm just talking the actual game. Steph's the greatest disruptor, certainly in basketball, in sports history. I mean, Tom Brady didn't change the way football's played. I mean, Mike Trout's good and stuff. So was Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle. They didn't change the way the game was played. It is remarkable that Steph Curry, half of you would take Harden over him. Half of you would take Westbrook. Are we watching the same thing? Are we? Think about this. Dwight Howard. Now think about this. I can remember when Dwight Howard was 16 years old and I got a call from a guy named Brian Berger, worked at Nike. He said there was this kid, there's this center. Oh my God, he's going to change the game. Dwight Howard 10 years ago, that was the last time he made an All-Star game. And it was ironically, or coincidentally, the first time Steph made an All-Star team. Dwight Howard was your classic back to the basket. 22 points, 15 rebounds, shot blocker. Remember his shoulders? He didn't look like anybody else. And he's the taxi. And Steph was the Uber. Now you look at Dwight Howard, his last 8 years, it's like 4 teams, 4 years. It's not that Dwight Howard shrunk. He got less skilled. He was less talented. I mean, he had some surgeries, but he became the taxi, and Steph was the Uber. Andre Iguodala was saying it yesterday. He said, Curry and Draymond Green, they're Brady and Gronk. They're Brady and Gronk. It's sometimes difficult to wrap your brain around things that you've never seen before. It's very possible the best presidential candidate's this little guy who's a mayor in South Bend, Indiana. What? He's not a governor. He's not in the military. He's not a titan. He's a mayor in South Bend. Well, guy got a standing ovation yesterday in a rival network, right? I know it doesn't make any sense, but this little kid from Davidson who looks like one of your brother's friends in the neighborhood, like he's kind of slight and he's kind of small. It's the most relevant, the most game-altering, revolutionary basketball player ever. I'm done hearing how everybody's better. Information over affirmation. He's on TV again tonight. Watch. And this is not a shot at Charles Barkley, who I think is really talented. But a week ago, Charles Barkley's a smart guy. Remember, and Charles Barkley's opinion a week ago, I think, was a mainstream opinion shared by almost everybody. That's mostly what everybody thinks. Tonight, on display, again, the best ball handler, the best shooter, the most revolutionary player, a tremendous leader, virtually egoless. I know it doesn't fit what you think the best player in the world should look like or the most important player, but Steph Curry's it.